Okay, good afternoon, everyone. And the thing, I wanted to talk about a show that I got a comment on to do a review on. And looking back on this show, I couldn't resist it. So I thank you for the comment on that, the show that I'm about to do a review on. So, Panty and Stockings. Penny and Stockings. When we talk about Penny and Stockings, understand they're the most perverted girls in anime history. What I mean is, we have to think about the perverted anime characters. Mostly every anime is 80 to 85% is always the male perverted guys in anime. 80 to 85% of anime perverted guys are males. Males like Moroku. Males like Issei from High School DxD. Master Roshi. Jiraiya. Those, I'll say, the four founding fathers of the perverted anime characters, male-wise, and that's that. But when we look at female characters, perverted characters, they're empowered by it. Like we don't really care. But you have to consider them as the founding mothers of perverted animes. So I went back to my DVD of Panty and Stockings. I had to rewatch this show because I still have this to this day. And boy, I don't know, this show is hilarious. Not only I recommend watching this show, but I gotta do a review on this show because we're talking about these two Anarchy Sisters. Panty, blonde hair, and Stocking, the goth girl. So in this review of Panty and Stockings, I like to show my gratitude about this. We have watched female perverted anime characters that roam around to the glorious world of anime. Show people like Yamada from B Gotta HK. Shows characters like Momo from To Love Ru. Or Matsu from Sekirei. Or Riko and Ako from Kiss X Sis. And the iconic one, Aima and Annie from Shinometa. But you have to consider these two as the top female perverted anime characters of all time. So, what is Panty and Stockings? In this review, I like to discuss about Panty and Stockings with the way that the catchphrase will always say when you watch this show. Repent, you motherfuckers! And that is Panty and Stockings. So, what is Panty and Stockings? Well, here's the thing. You got Panty and Sisters are sisters. Two Anarchy Sisters. Panty Anarchy, Stocking Anarchy. They've been kicked out of heaven due to their misbehaving, all that stuff. Like, due to their behavior, they were kicked out of heaven and they go to Daten City. And the only way to get back into heaven is that they have to defeat ghosts. In each episode when they fight ghosts, they get those heaven coins. And enough heaven coins they have, the more heaven coins they get, the more they can go to heaven. Now, you think that's storyline, you think that's just easy peasy right there, but come on. For these two, they don't care. They don't give a fuck. They concerned about their hobbies than fighting ghosts. And this is where the funniness comes in. This is where funny. Panty. Let me start off with Panty, the blonde hair. Let me start with Panty. Panty is one of those girls you want to fuck with on a regular basis. Remember I told you about going to heaven? That's their thing. It's their sins. You know, like the 7 deadly sins? This is one of them. Panty, an angel like herself, she's interested in sex. I was going to say two things, but Panty's literally into sex. She sees a random guy and she just fucks with. Every time there's a hot guy or any hot, gorgeous group of men, Panty will go to the distance and fuck a random guy, a hot guy, or anybody at random. Like she did with the plumber, the entire high school football team, even the parade of dudes that was lining up for her. There was a time when she even had a goal to have sex with 1,000 guys. That's her goal, to have sex with 1,000 guys. All that 1,000 sex. My bad. She wants to have sex with 1,000 men. And kind of like how Yamada from BHK is, she want to have sex with 100 guys. Kind of like that kind of goal. But her sponge is Panty sponge is so wet that a guy could just easily just slip right in, and Panty doesn't even care. So if you want to fuck Panty, that's your thing. If you want into the hot guy, if you into Panty like that. Now, stockings. Oh my God. Stockings, the goth angel of the group. You know, stockings, she's unlike lust, unlike Panty who's into lust, stocking has a sin of her own, gluttony. Everything is sweet, 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 sweet. Cupcakes, chocolate, caramel, candy bars, anything relatable to candy. She loves sweets. Like even when she puts sugar, like 20 cups of sugar in a cup in her tea, and then put something else in the cup like chocolate, and then she eats it. Cake. She gets foodgasm from eating cakes and desserts that she even posted it on her webpage. Stockings is in gluttony mode. More gluttony than gluttony from Fullmetal Alchemist. But Stocking is into sweets more than anybody else. Plus, she has a knack for BDSM. She's into that too. So it's like this. Would you rather have Panty? Would you rather have Panty, the girl you want to have sex with on every regular basis, if you're into that kind of hardcore sex? Or are you into you love Stocking, not because of her body, but she's into the BDSM and sweets, which you could cherish on more time often. Now, back to what I was saying. Panty and Stockings is one of those great shows that was in the 2010 radar. People are not recommending this show because this show is not like on the radar list. I mean, this is from the people, Dimax, that made shows what they are. That made shows that we all know and love. Shows like Fooly Cooly, shows like Gurren Lagann, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Panty and Stockings. You see my point? That's why, if you know Fooly Cooly, and if you know Gurren Lagann, you gotta watch Panty and Stockings. Now, back to what I was saying. The way how they fight goes, that's their name. Panty and Stockings. And how they fight goes, they use their panty and they use their stocking. So with Panty, take off her panty, boom, a gun. When Stocking take off her stockings, transform into a sword. So you kind of get it. Especially their chants. Especially when they do their stripper stance. It goes like, repent, you motherfuckers. And that's really the most of the saying that you're going to hear on a regular basis about these people. I kind of want to applaud the dub. The sub, okay, not so much. But the English, if you have watched the English, make no mistake about it, the English is freaking dope. Curse out of nowhere. They curse so much in this show, that in the dub, they curse so much, you could laugh in a moment of it. You could laugh every episode of Panty and Stocking is really good. Let me say that. There's nothing wrong, nothing bad. I love this show to the moment because, you got to thank the founding mothers of these. Like Monica Riel and Jamie Machi, two, like my top 10 favorite voice actors. Monica Riel, like who is Stocking, does like Anna from Shino Mana, Bulma, Shiro from Damn in Wonderland, and Suyu, best girl. And Shisu from Asame Sune. Jamie Machi, whose Panty does like Mount Lady. Kana from Fairy Tail. Trying to think. Madari from Love Live Sunshine. I said Kana from Fairy Tail. Oh, Junko from Danganronpa. Reyes from High School DxD. Liz from Soul Eater. Everything makes sense. And if you think about it, the voice actors also does Ayumi and Anna from Shino Meta. So when you put the two pieces together, they also did a perverted show together called Shino Meta. The two voice actors I just said, they're the most dynamic duo when doing like saying stuff like in Panty and Stockings. They kind of make the point of it. But back to what I was saying, Panty and Stockings is a great show. It's one of those. It came out in 2010 and we're in 2020. Decades of anime. So I recommend and please watch this show in the process. Not to mention, like I said, Panty and Stocking is so great that they break boundaries. They break the fourth wall in not every episode. They break the fourth wall in some episodes. Not to mention the fact that the animation is really, I like the animation because the animation went from like this anime, like this regular, it's kind of like old school anime, and it turned to new. And then new to old, old to new. And that's what they do. And they have so many references in this show. Like there was one called High School Nudical. Like they did some kind of like a High School Musical reference title. They use titles to make it funny, like of the Dead. So you're thinking like, oh, this is a zombie reference they're gonna do. They also do reference like from Sex and the City or Cells at Work, High School Musical, Transformers. They do every reference in the book, and I love it. I love it. So again, if you into the comedy, the action, the supernatural moments of these two perverted Anarchy Sisters that goes around having sex with men, eating sweets on a regular basis, fighting ghosts. That's like the main three things in Panty and Stocking: killing ghosts, fucking men on a regular basis every day, and eating sweets every day. Those are the three most iconic things in Panty and Stocking. And sure, with Garterbelt being the Afro guy, being the badass Afro priest, and you got Chuck, who's like a fake version of Invader Zim dog, and then you got Briefs, who reminds me, he's that voice sounds familiar, and I know it's Minato from Sekirei. If you watch Sekirei in the dub, understand it's kind of the same voice. But overall, I recommend Panty and Stockings. It's a great show, and by doing this review, I gotta say, this is the show to watch. Panty and Stockings. Now tomorrow I decided to do another review of an underrated anime show, and I had to get the DVD for it because it was a good show at the time. And I'm gonna show you, Cat Planet Cuties. And look, the same person who does Stocking is actually in this show as well. So I'm gonna do a review of Panty and Stocking. Matter of fact, a recommendation towards this show as well, so you can understand where this is coming from. So that's it for now. So I look forward to do a review of Cat Planet Cuties tomorrow. And like I said before, in the words of Panty and Stockings, repent, you motherfuckers, and watch Panty and Stockings.